What's the one thing that a vintage Porsche 911 needs to run? The brakes, and also the engine to be back in the car, but that'll come at a different date. This here is my 1977. I wish it was a 67, that way I didn't have to worry about smog and I can do whatever I want to it, but nonetheless, it is a 1977 Porsche 911, and we're trying to do a garage-built, DIY, on a budget, Singer-inspired build slash piece of art. But none of the fun stuff has had a chance to develop yet because I've been doing literally all of the mechanical aspects of this car. So we're about to finish that up today. Obviously, this is going to be nowhere near the craftsmanship of a Singer Porsche, but I just love the look and I love the way that they do things over at Singer, that I want to do like my own little like budget, hot roddy, aesthetically pleasing version of a Porsche 911. So that is why I say Singer inspired. There are a few little tidbits that I'm going to be doing a lot of custom pieces to. It'll get there, and then maybe hopefully the vision will be able to be, you know, construed to you guys.
Now, don't get me wrong, I can understand why people do not like to do their own brakes. They are a, how do you say this? A vital part of the car and stopping. So if it goes wrong, that is a pretty big safety concern. However, I like to do things myself, and I like to gain the wisdom and the knowledge of doing these things. And honestly, it wasn't that hard. It was pretty easy, relatively cheap, and I just like to be able to say that I did this for my car.
So I understand why people take their brakes and go to a professional shop to get them done, but it's actually not as hard as you think, and it's not as scary as you think. I think each caliper, well, the two calipers in the back and the two calipers in the front cost me a total of like $120 for all of the brand new seals, brake pads, not the brake pads, sorry, the seals and the hardware. The brake pads were probably $60 up front. So I'd say $200 in total for all the brakes to have them completely rebuilt by me and then coated with high temp paint to make them look brand new. Or, you know, you could send them away for a couple $1,000s and get them redone. Yes, it is a little scary to think that the brakes are literally in your hands, but that's the point of owning your car, is to do things yourself, and you'll know when things are wrong or you'll know your limits. But I'm fairly confident in all the brake lines, and the best thing is you're able to test them before you drive them. We're gonna bleed all these brakes once we get everything set up. That way we can see that there's absolutely no leaks, no issues, no nothing. And that way you have peace of mind that your brakes are good to go. I think the one thing why people don't want to do their brakes on the Porsche is simply because this nut and bolt right here, I have to only turn this dang wrench this far every single time. And for this alone, I would say don't do your brakes. So it is time to get the caliper brake line into the car. And this was just a preliminary bend just to see how it would fit based off of the original ones. And there still needs to be quite a bit more bending needed. So, all right, so as you can see, with the old line right here, this bend is much more abrupt compared to where the nut is. With mine, we have a much larger bend, too much room, AKA I'm a little short when it comes to getting over here. So we need to fix that by bending it just a little bit and not kinking it. That's the main thing, no kinks. However, we don't kink shame around here. Just for this instance, no kinks. A little closer. I mean, that might work. I'm a little afraid if we go any further right here, there's gonna be a little bit of a smaller gap, if you will, in the tube, but okay, let's go see if that works. All right, with a bit of gentle persuasion, you can see that the end seats and meets the end of the metal line. You can thread it in. Cool, dry fit done. Okay, so with the calipers fully rebuilt, the brake lines fully rebuilt and bled, the rotors put on, the torsion bars fully rebuilt and complete, the suspension, spring plates, got rid of the rubber bushings and installed these new Renline bushings, so they're gonna be like frictionless and really good for handling. With the shocks now also installed, I think it's safe to say that 99% of the mechanical on this car is finally done. Sure, I can do the fuel lines, but that'll be a decision that I make before the engine goes in. But that leads me to the next point. This bad boy right here needs a little TLC. I've got a new clutch, so a new clutch will be going in. I've got a pretty decent amount of oil leaks on the back right here, known as the triangle of death for that specific reason. So this is the next job that I'm going to tackle. But for now, got all that done. We'll see about this in the next video.